Hello everyone, in this video we're going to talk about how we can write a polynomial function for a set of points. Alright, so here we see we have our polynomial function, appears to be a cubic function, and so we have three zeros of our function, or where the graph crosses the x-axis. And so we could use our intercept form to help us write our polynomial function. So I'm going to start off and I'm going to write f of x is equal to a times x minus p times x minus q times x minus r. So p, q, and r, those represent my x-intercepts, or the zeros of the function where the graph crosses the x-axis. A represents my stretch or my shrink, so whatever is happening to my points that differentiates it from what the parent function would look like. All right, so let's go ahead and plug in some information. So we have f of x equals a. We don't quite know what a is yet. And let's start over here at the left. So we do have an x-intercept of -3. So I'm going to plug in x plus 3, because if I set that equal to 0, it would be x equals -3. So now we have an x-intercept at 1 and an x-intercept at 2. So we can say x minus 1 and x minus 2. So now, the only other part of the function that we are lacking is what a is. So to figure out what a is, we can choose another point that's on our graph, which would be 0, 3. So we know 0, 3 is on our graph. That's the y-intercept. And so we could take 0 and plug it in for x. Excuse me there. We could take 0 and plug it in for x, and we could take 3 and plug it in for f of x and just solve for a. So we're going to plug 3 in here. We're going to leave our a. We have 0 plus 3 times 0 minus 1 times 0 minus 2. So let's simplify a little bit. So this would be 3, this would be -1, and this would be -2. So 3 is equal to, and so we'll have -1 times -2 would be 2, 2 times 3 would be 6, so this would be like 6 times a. And let's divide by 6 to figure out what a is. So a is 1/2. And so now we could take that 1/2 and we could plug it back into this step of our process to get our final function. So this would be f of x is equal to 1/2 times x plus 3 times the quantity x minus 1 times the quantity of x minus 2. And that would be how we can write a polynomial function for a set of points.